Hello, hello, guys. Let's welcome everybody. How are you doing? As you can see, this is the fourth episode of the Friendly Fire Fridays, and I'm very happy to say that we have updated everything that we wanted to update and made this even more streamlined than it was last week. Some of you may have seen the video from last week. It was let's say it was technically not the best that we've shown, and we hope to up our game this week. And as you can see, we made everything look a little bit different. We made sure that we could do multiple things at the same time without CJ having to ask me, Martijn, could you please do this? So let me introduce myself. I'm Martijn from the Alliance Open. I'm here with CJ. He is working on our new prototypes for our terrain. We will be releasing a lot of terrain the upcoming weeks. Some gimmicks, some gadgets as well. So we're working very hard to not enjoy our holiday. Let's keep it at that. It's hard work, but we don't mind. Actually, we love it. Currently, we are at our workshop. It's kind of hot. We finally made sure that the windows at the top of the workshop is finally open. So it's not like 40 degrees in here, but I think it's getting close to about 30 degrees.
30-ish, yeah.
30-ish. So our PVA glue is going way too fast, and with prototypes that can be challenging. So CJ, I can just show you. CJ is currently working on our prototypes. He is smile for the camera. And later today we will be showing what we have built today. We received a big batch of our prototype at around 4 o'clock, and we built almost all of it in about 3 hours. So
including lunch.
Including lunch or dinner. So that's not too bad. I don't know who's online yet. I can check it out. I don't see a lot of people. Like my stream chat is not really up to date, so I'm just gonna check it out on the phone of CJ. And I want to welcome. Let's see who's there. I want to thank Jerry, Lurks, and another TT viewer. TV viewer or TT viewer for coming to join us in this fourth episode. So what are we going to do today? There's multiple things we have in store for you. First of all, we're going to talk numbers again. We'll always talk numbers because today will be actually the last day to get your early bird ticket for the Alliance Open GT, our super major in November. The 20, I'm really bad at dates, 27th to 29th of November, 3 days, 7 games. It's probably going to be the biggest event in Europe this year, simply because of Corona. We have a very large hall. We made sure that everybody has ample space to play. And we made sure that all precautions are being made to make sure that we can do what we love best, and that's roll dice.
And do it safely.
So we're working on even improving that. So we did everything that we needed to do, and we're gonna see if we can go above and beyond and make it even better. So first of all, next to that, I want to ask you guys, if something doesn't sound right, if something doesn't look right, please tell us so we can improve on stream and make this weekly live show even better. So please send us a message through here, or send us a message on our webpage, Facebook, whatever, all social media we have. Send a Patreon message. Everything is possible. Please do, so we can improve. So next to numbers, we'll talk with the winner of our painting competition. Last week we had Mohawk Miniatures on with his feedback, with his vote, and this week we're going to talk with the winner of the competition. And who that will be, you'll see shortly in about 10 minutes. And after that takes about, I don't know, he's like CJ is very happy, so he's making me laugh. So we'll talk about half an hour. We'll talk about his model. We'll talk about We'll talk about more. So there's enough to talk about. And after that, we will show you guys all our new stuff that we have, and it's quite a bunch. I think we have, how many sets, new sets can we show today? Like real sets, not just pictures, but built sets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 sets. So that's kind of a big amount, and we'll talk through it on what it does and what we have in store for it. What do we think that it should do, and CJ will tell you all about it. So he's working on finishing them, and then at around 8:45 we'll talk about it. Take a sip of my coffee. So yesterday CJ played a game against Kyle with our new terrain, and we are currently working on making the tables, new table layouts, making sure that every table, every piece of terrain has its own like static line, so everybody knows what it does. When you come at the tournament, you're not surprised by, oh, does this count as a forest, or does this count as debris, or as obstacles, or as ruins? Is it obscured? Is it dense? So all those new rules, we're currently play testing a lot of it to make sure that everything is fine. So let's talk numbers. We have 5 tournaments that are coming up in this last half year of 2020, and we start in September with 3 events. First of all, the Age of Sigmar Grand Tournament, which currently has sold 29 tickets, which is almost half. It's a 2-day tournament with 5 games. It's going to be at the 26th and 27th of September at the Van der Valk Hotel, like our usual gig. And we currently have 29 players. We know that there's a few more coming, but we want to ask you guys, if you know someone and you want to give him the best tournament scene, like tournament experience there is, please let them come to the Alliance Open Return to the Realms Grand Tournament. We provide lunch. We make sure that everyone has, like, all tables are loose, so you have 1.5 meters or 6 feet to play your game safely and enjoy everything. And next to that, I think it will be one of the bigger events this year still for Age of Sigmar. So that's 2 days. That's on the Saturday and the Sunday. On the Saturday, we will have our No Surrender 40K tournament, which is sold out. We currently have 64 tickets sold, and we have a reserve list of about 7 people or something. CJ, you know, about 7, right?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 people. So usually there's a drop of about 10 people. So if you want to make sure that you get your ticket, there is still a chance that you can get your ticket. But make sure to send us an email, or just use our form that you can find on www.alliancearmoury.net. There's a form where you can fill in your question, or if you want to be like, if you want to join the reserve list, that's no problem at all. We'll just put you on it. So that's 64 tickets sold. So at that day, we're currently almost 100 players. Let's say 64 plus 29 is 93, and then we have about 7 people organizing. So we're at 100 people, triple digits. That always makes me happy. And then when we go to the Sunday, we currently have the 9th Age tournament, and I just have to look it up because I have not done that yet. The 9th Age tournament, Awaken the Beast. And I'm very happy to see that those numbers are still growing, and we have only 17 tickets left. So that's about 75%. That's one more to be 75%, which is big for the Dutch community. I mean, that's 47 players.
Is part of the league, right?
And it's part of the Dutch Ranking League.
Yeah.
So if you want to make sure that you can join the Masters in December, I think this is your last chance to get those points. I'm just looking at CJ. Is that the biggest, the 9th Age event we had in like amount of people? I don't think so, right? The doubles was a bit more.
The doubles was a little bit more, yeah.
But that's doubles, so you always get 2 for each ticket sold.
I think
so
our last CG was like around about 40-ish.
Yeah, so we were at around the same numbers.
Yeah.
There's a few Belgium coming, Belgian people coming. We hope to get some French and some German people coming as well. But we just have to wait and see what's happening. So that's good. And then in October we'll have the Hanseatic Open in Bremen. Last year was a blast, and this year is going to be even better. We already sold out, 120 tickets sold, and we have a reserve list of about 10 more. CJ is like pointing up. I usually keep up with the
people.
Yeah, I usually keep up with the people that buy tickets, but reserve lists, that's something that's hard to track. So we have about 15 people on the reserve list for that as well. Still, there is still a big chance that you can still get get the ticket.
Yeah, we've seen some movement on that event already.
Yeah, we have already sent a few emails to people saying, "Oh, we're glad to announce that you can still buy a ticket," and they were very happy to buy one. And then last but not least, it's going to be, of course, the Alliance Open Grand Tournament, which is the biggest event we have ever done. We currently have 54 tickets left, meaning that we just passed the 200 mark. We're talking with some clubs wanting to organize a qualifier. So there's still going to be a lot of places where you can win a ticket, but just to make sure, just buy your ticket today, because today you'll still have a €10 discount. From tomorrow on, it will be €85 for a ticket. Today it's still €75 for a ticket. I'm gonna ask CJ maybe. Let's see if I can get it really fast, because we have a surprise for you as well. We let's see we talked with one of the guys who's coming over, John Scrivens, and he actually made us a very, very beautiful rave guard, which is going to be our mascot for the event. So I'm going to be really fast to see if I can find it. Then after that, I'll go to commercial break, and we'll have Daniel. Oh, sorry. We're going to have someone speaking about his winning.
Spoiler.
Speaking about his winning event. So let me check. This takes a little bit time. So no, because I have to download the picture. Oh, this is bad, isn't it, guys? Everything went so streamlined, and now I screw it up.
That's fine. We need like that one fuck up every stream.
So this is going to be the only one. Is that a promise?
No, that's demand. I think.
Okay.
This is the one you get.
And if
one fuck up.
And if that happens again, what then? What will happen then?
Know.
You don't know. Okay.
I'll think of something.
So let me check. I have to. I'm really bad at this. No, I'm not bad at this, but I'm really bad at going.
That's fine. Take your time, man.
So let's duplicate this one. Let's go to gallery. This can close. Gallery. Let's see. This can close. This can close. So we're gonna do this. Gonna go away. And then we're going to put this one in here, and it's going to be a screen capture. We're going to make a new one. It's going to be gallery. Oh, the name's already in use, so let's go.
Different kind of gallery.
Gallery number 2. Number 2.
You always need more than one gallery.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like we need more. Gallery number 2. Oh, okay. So it's going to be. Oh, okay. Sorry. Wrong one. Oh my god. I keep screwing up. I don't know what's happening now. It's flipping the shit out. I don't know what's happening. Please tell me. Okay. So delete this one. Yep. Oh, okay. Yes.
The anticipation is building.
Yeah. Can someone please do a drum roll? Please do a drum roll.
A drum roll, yeah. We can do a drum roll if you want. We can make that happen for you.
Galleria, because it's already in use, of course. add a source. So we're gonna do okay, and this is gonna be gallery. Galleria number 2. Okay, it's gonna be. I'm still having a happy CJ over here.
Well, while we're waiting, we might as well show it off, right?
Oh, okay. So suddenly my my webcam just stopped. So that's gonna be something I need to look up to real fast. But first I want to show you what we made. So this is just part of the plan somehow.
That's all part of a bigger plan.
Yeah.
We just haven't figured out the plan, but it's part of a plan. I think maybe
Somehow, somewhere.
somehow, somewhere, it's part of a plan. Yeah.
Okay. So is it gonna be this one?
Is it gonna be this one, or is it just one?
Why isn't it working, man? Please tell me.
Just let it go. Do something else.
No. I have
We'll
to
get
do
back
this.
to it.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Finally got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let it go. Let it go.
The funny thing is that it's still not in here. So you know what? You're gonna keep it later on. So yeah. So now I'm gonna. Now I'm gonna do. Like this. I just disappeared, man. I disappeared.
Why aren't you waiting for someone special?
Okay, yeah. So I was
In the chat.
okay, guys. So now this one can go over here. I'm back finally. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to a commercial break, and after that we will go to the winner of the event. So let's go.
The painting competition.
Of the painting competition. Let's go. So there we go. Okay, so Daniel is already in. I'm just gonna unmute him.
You had him muted.
No, I'm not
That's
done.
mean, man.
But he has to put on his camera. So Daniel, I'm just gonna ask you to put on your camera.
Want to see it?
And something should happen now. So, Discord audio is on. Let's see if something is happening. I don't know why it's not happening.
It's always happening.
Or should I? Okay, maybe. Let's see. Doesn't he have that like? Permissions from Kanye. He can still stream? Yeah, he can do everything he wants. So let's see why this is not happening. Ah, yeah, there he is. Hey man, how are you doing? Are you good? Let's see. I need to put my audio on. Okay, so here I am.
Oh.
Hey man,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
It took a little while. Yeah, we're very good. We're very good. We're very happy to do this again. So I just have to put down my WhatsApp. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So now I'm finally ready. It takes a little bit of time to adjust to everything, but well, we're here. So Daniel, how are you doing, man? You look kind of hot with your tank top on.
Yeah, I probably feel like you guys. We have like 35, 36 degrees right now, and I just came in from the balcony and enjoyed the sun a little bit. It's super hot today.
Okay. Yeah. So how much degrees is it in Germany?
I think it went up to 36 degrees today.
Okay. Okay. That's very extreme, right?
Pretty hot.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. We are at 30 today, but we're at the sea, so that's better for like it's a small breeze, but it's good enough.
It's doable.
So congratulations on winning the painting competition, man.
The first
Painting competition of the 9th edition of our Patreon program of like our first online painting competition. So congrats.
Thank you very much, guys. I really like it.
Yeah, good. There's a few things that I, of course, want to ask you about the model itself. So, I asked CJ already, but I just wanted to know from you. So, why did you decide to make an Eldar model?
First of all, I really wanted to throw out my respect to all the other contesters. They did a really awesome job on all the models they painted, especially on Melvin, because he just painted, I think, like 12 models before, and he did an awesome job on the Necron.
Yeah.
I see. So, yeah, why did I pick an Eldar? Usually, when I participate in painting competitions, I always want to do something out of the box. Like I want to do something where I don't feel comfortable with. You guys know that I have a big Astra Militarum army.
Yep.
And I usually paint them all in like olive and light brown colors.
Like the army colors, yeah.
Yeah, and Eldar models are totally different to that.
Yeah, they are totally different. They are more clean. They usually have bright spot colors. They have a very different feel, like a more a different motion in their body.
Right, yeah.
And so, looking at the model, there was one thing that stood out for me, and I'm like a base fan. I like basing my models. So when you made the,
are you saying you're all about that base?
I'm all about that base. I'm all about that base. So when you were like, I'm gonna paint an Eldar Warlock, were you thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this with the model, or is that something that came up later?
Well, when I picked the model, I picked it for a main reason. It's an old model, as Jay already told when he did the like the how you call that, the
feedback session.
Like when he rated our
the
models.
Feedback session, yeah.
The feedback session, and it's a very, very old model. It's made of metal, and it's super static. It's like if you just looked at the model itself, it doesn't have any dynamic in it.
Yeah. I really see what you mean. Yeah. So
so the
really static.
the really challenge was to I put myself in was to make this model give a dynamic appearance, and and that's why I tried to including the base and give the base a very dynamic with the lightnings and the OSL from underneath and even the snow on the other side to create a kind of a living base.
Do you so? When I say to you that for me, what happened on that base was that he put his sword down and actually crystallized all the things below it, and not being lightning. Does that surprise you? Because that was the thing that popped in my head. It's like, okay, he put his sword down, and he crystallized everything with like warp energy into something like maybe ice or crystal or whatever. But he changed the rocks as you
chemical composition.
Yeah, because it looked like that. I don't know why, but I looked at it and I was like, okay, that's happening, and that's the thing that really
wizard.
Yeah, and that's the thing that really popped out for me. So
well, it's all up to your imagination. Every model has its own history or story to tell, and it's about the guy who's looking or the girl who's looking at the model. What it makes out of the model.
Yeah. So you have like two big armies, right? You have like your Astra Militarum, and you have your orcs. Yeah. Does this model make you say, okay, now I want to go put this much effort into more LR models, or is it like, okay, this is a one-time thing, next competition I'm gonna do something completely different, or?
Well, I think for this time it's just one thing. Next time I'll probably take something else because I did that now. I want to try something else, and I got, of course, as everybody else, I got the Indominus box, which has awesome models in there. Probably, if there's a painting competition coming up, I pick one of these models.
Yeah, so that's something that we wanted to kind of surprise you with. Since you've won the painting competition, you actually can choose what the category for the next painting competition on our online painting competition will be.
Cool, that's awesome.
And it could go like you can go you can go easily say, okay, you have to paint 5 infantry models,
or a
like
tank,
or a tank, or like don't say, okay, you have to build a diorama with 10-inch diameter or something. You can do that, but I don't think anyone will join the painting competition.
No.
And that's not something that you like have to choose right now. But just so you know that you will have the choice to do the next, like say, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do monsters and monsters and tanks, or we're gonna do a bigger HQ, because right now it was like a small HQ with infantry size. Maybe you say, okay, you could do like a monster HQ, go Gulliman or go Gazgul or something like that. So that's
I have that one sitting around here.
Yeah, that's one thing you have laying around probably. So just so you know, we give you a week. No pressure at all.
Okay,
but we give
awesome,
you a week.
perfect. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And as you know, you will have one of our billboards. And I'm just going to put it in because this one's broken.
I totally forgot that.
So you're going to have one of these billboards with your model like on there. That's going to be on the final table of our events. So you'll always have your model
on display.
On display every tournament. You'll have your tournament on display.
Perfect. That's awesome, guys.
And you can choose either a blue billboard like this, or you're gonna choose or a red one, right?
Just to let you know, Martijn, I can't see what you do because I'm doing this on my phone right now.
Oh yeah, so we have a blue billboard and we have a red one.
The blue fits the crystals. Right?
The blue fits the crystals. The red is more of like it doesn't really look like the purple on your model. So if
I leave it to CJ.
You leave it to CJ. Okay, that's always the baddest choice you can have. But okay.
No.
Sure, if you want to do that, you do that. No problem.
If he picks the wrong one, I punish him tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
true. This competition was called Into the Ninth because the 9th edition just dropped. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about 9th edition because, you know, there's a lot of changes. You are the ITC rep of Germany. CJ is the ITC rep of Holland. You have Team Firebug like as a big club going on. So what do you think that the 9th edition will change about the community?
Well, as you mentioned, our guys, a big shout out to all the guys from Team Firebug. Jerry Drop Dead, who's in the chat right now. He's one of us. Actually, he won the tutor lessons from Jay from Mohawk Miniatures.
That's awesome.
I hate him for that because I entered the raffle as well, and I wanted to take the tutor lessons. But I'm happy that at least one of our guys got them.
He'll take it with him to the club.
Yeah, and he'll teach you.
Yeah,
he'll teach you.
Yeah, we do that. About 9th edition, I'm super pumped about it. You know, I'm really passionate about the game and how it developed in the last couple of years. And I think 9th edition is the right way to go for Games Workshop and for all the tournament players, especially as we from Team Firebug are.
Yeah.
Having a setup that's played worldwide with the new GW missions and all the big tournaments already committed to include them in their tournament packages, that's super great. And we're really looking forward to that, looking forward for the Hanseatic Alliance Open, looking forward for the Super Major. And as some of you guys know already, we got tickets for the LVO, and we're really looking forward to play there.
So you're a very, very active community over there in Germany. What do you think is gonna I asked about the change in the community. What do you think that's gonna happen to the meta? Because this is the biggest change we've had since the start of 8th edition. This is an even bigger change than all the chapter approved or all the FAQs in between. This is going to be major. So what do you think is going to change on the course of the meta that was currently on?
First of all, I personally think that Marines are still one of the top tier armies. They are followed by several other armies that are very well taken by the Psychic Awakening books that came out the last time, like ATMAC and especially Death Guard.
Death Guard, yeah, of course, and the Custodes.
For the meta in general, I think looking at the new missions and the primaries and secondaries, as I got the GT book since Wednesday in my hands, I think going for tough units and being able to score mainly the primary points with quick movement units, that's the essential part of 9th edition right now.
Yeah, so survivability with quick movements is about like the
exactly. And looking at especially at AdMech and Death Guard, they both can do that. I mean, Death Guard are super durable. It's really, really hard. Even in the 8th edition, it was super hard to knock them off the table. And with the new stuff AdMech got, with the improvement for the Castellan robots and the breachers, combined with the new what's it called, the radars and the drop units, especially the flyers.
Yep.
AdMech, they have a huge toolbox right now to play the game.
Yeah, I think they have the toolbox that the Eldar currently is missing.
AdMech can do everything that Eldar can do, but they can do it better.
Yeah, indeed. And what happens with Eldar is that they have the perfect counter to everything, but AdMech has the counter to everything next to having like a really, really solid backbone.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's going to be major, I think, in the upcoming meta. I currently, of course, I play Dark Angels, and I am building. I build a list with 20 Terminators.
That's solid.
Like 10 Deathwing Knights and 10 Terminators, and then of course have Samael, Telemaster, and Interrogator Chaplain to like get the pluses on the charges, make sure that you get your reroll ones to wound and everything. And I still think that's going to be a major, like I played Dark Angels for 6 years now, so I just know what to do with them. And I think it's going to be very good to test it out. And that's actually one thing that I'll do next week, playing on the stream during Friendly Fire Fridays probably, to try and do this against a new list. Like last time I played against Orcs, but next time we'll see what happened then. So
it's all about practicing. I mean, everybody keeps telling you that. Just stick to your list and don't like design it after each game. Just play it for a couple of times, like 5 or 6 games, and then start taking adjustments.
Yeah, indeed. So okay, so we talked a little bit about 9th. What army will you play? Will you start playing a new army, or will you keep on like doing your stuff with the Orcs and with the Asari Militare?
Well, I haven't played my Orcs in a tournament yet, only on TTS, of course. And the Orcs are pretty much fucked up right now, because I think they're not in the best spot going into 9th.
Nope.
With the big point changes on the Grots and the
blast,
especially the changes on the shock attack gun.
Yep.
That really, really hurts. I'm probably switching back to Astra Militarum for the first tournament, but CJ kind of screwed that up because he forced me to repaint a lot of stuff or paint new stuff. He kind of mentioned in the last Friendly Friday session that he wants to see new tank commanders in a new style.
So you felt obligated to do that.
Yeah, I'm probably doing that.
Okay, well that sounds awesome.
So I think we just found our painting competition.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit tanky over there. Tanky vehicles, stuffy things over there.
Love it.
That would be awesome though. Maybe that gives me an excuse to finally paint my Land Raider or Samael or whatever. Finally.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so um, there was one thing that I really needed to ask. So, is there something that you would like to ask the guys from the Alliance Open? Like, you're one of our Patreons. You currently are one, like, you are the Lord of the Alliance, I guess. So you're like one of the
Yeah.
highest tiers there is. So of course, thank you for that. That's awesome that we can see this, that we get that kind of support. Without it, we would have had a very hard time during this crisis. So is there something you would like to ask us? Because yeah, you of course get stuff for being a Patreon, but maybe you just want to ask us something straight to the face.
Well, that's one thing mainly, pretty much. I think in Europe we're kind of lacking team tournaments for 40K.
Yeah.
And looking at over the big pond to the US, we have the big American Team Championships, the ATC.
Yeah, ATC and Adepticon and stuff.
Looking next year, we have the WTC coming in Austria, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I think it would be quite necessary that we have a big tournament in Europe. And by talking Europe or by talking organizers, I'm looking at you guys. That we pretty much need a tournament where, like, I don't know, maybe 20 up teams or 20, 30 teams with 5 guys or even 8 guys can participate and practice for the WTC.
Well, if Corona does not fuck up everything in Europe, we actually can we guarantee it?
Yes.
We can guarantee that you'll get the tournament that you want.
Yeah, CJ has spoken.
Yeah, CJ has spoken. The pointy ear has spoken. The oracle has spoken.
Yeah, I take your word, buddy.
Yeah, so that's something that's in the making. So no worries about that.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're safe. Just make sure you're safe a spot for Team Firebug.
Sorry, yeah. We'll reserve one for.
I think you have the early bird access, right? So
you have the early bird access, so you actually can get that with discount as well. So that's gonna be no problem.
Plus an extra lounge.
Plus an extra what?
An extra lounge, an extra space where we can sit and have
VIP
area.
beers.
Yeah, it should be roped off with it red bands.
Yeah, keep all the riffraff out.
Yeah. We'll do that.
That would be cool. Yeah, perfect.
Keep all those bugs, all those firebugs out, right?
Yeah.
No, $5 in, right?
Or $5 in. Okay. Okay, so Daniel, we're gonna go through because I'm kind of a sucker for my, I don't know why, my electricity. I have a bad electric vibe. I always keep forgetting stuff that's really necessary, so I actually forgot my charger for my laptop. So we're currently, I have about 15% left, so that's going to be okay, but we really need to show off our prototype. So, and I think that CJ is done about, is that the last one? That one?
This set, yeah.
Yeah, so then that one is going to just stay, okay. So we have about, how many, is it 5 minutes, or do you just want to?
No, this will take a little longer. You can show those out.
Yeah,
and everything on the table.
You can stay online. I can actually show it with this. There's no problem.
You can get live feedback.
Yeah, you can get live feedback from you. So,
well, I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Oh, you cannot see it. Okay, that's.
No, I just see the logo from Alliance Open.
You only see the logo from
That's the important bit, right?
Okay, so maybe is there something I could do about it? No, I cannot. I cannot stream my video again, right? That's going to be very hard, I guess.
No, you can try.
I can try. Maybe it'll screw with everything.
I can do something else. I can just walk over to the computer, change my seat, and then turn on the computer and start Twitch from here.
Yeah. Don't be so lazy.
Yeah.
Daniel. What's this?
I'm not.
What's this?
No, don't go on lazy, man. He's gonna kick my ass tomorrow morning now.
So for all the rest of you guys watching or watching later, thank you for watching. Of course, thank you for staying on or watching everything. We currently have about 6 sets. That's gonna be this is gonna be the prototype. But CJ is in a very good mood because almost all prototypes are as good as finished to go to the production stage. So expect pictures and maybe some finished products next week, and then. Around next week?
I think the pre-orders will probably go live next week.
Yeah, so pre-orders will go live next week. It's going to be made to order, or somehow made to order because we need something for ourselves as well. But that way, with the pre-order, we just know that we can get a guaranteed amount of.
So we make sure we can make enough.
So we can make sure that we make enough. So without further ado, I'm just going to show it to you. I'm just going to ask CJ to do the force to get them over here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll show you first 3 types of forests we built. And then you're thinking like, forests, how can there be 3 types of different forests? Well, forests have a very important part of the game right now, as they will have the dense keyword, meaning you will have -1 hit if you're behind it. And we made a universal template where you can get multiple like bases in with different styles. So we made a Necron one, we made an Eldar one, so 2 Xenos, and then we made an industrial one with broken columns or pillars, or what you want to call it. And then of course you can always choose to make one with just forests or with bushes or something else. So that's going to be this. So I'm just going to turn off the camera. CJ is still working. Smile. Ah. So as you can see, we have 3 different ones over here. We have the Necrons, which are like a base with a Necron column on there. And these are all more than 3-inch high and even more than 5-inch high. So you can always play them as obscuring as well. So you'll have a base plate. And this way you can like maximize the space you use, or not maximize, minimize the space you use for storage. Because as you can expect, if you put it like this in a box, it's going to be almost impossible to do it very good. So I'm just going to push these away. Then we have our Necron or Eldar forests, which are just broken columns of like Ravebone, like kind of standard Necron like Eldar stuff, but it gives a little bit more destroyed feel. And as you can see, also more than 5-inch high and more than 3, so you can play it as dense or even as obscuring. So that's forest number 2. And then number 3, it's gonna be destroyed columns. Like a really industrial complex that has been destroyed, very nice next to our ruin sets. It has double layered, so you can see like the concrete, what's it called?
Like a rebar.
Yeah, like a rebar in between. So we'll probably paint these like rusty or maybe some metallics, and then you have the rust as concrete, and the same as before. So you can do it like this, easy storage. Everything works perfectly, and then. You can, of course, we'll also provide, we're currently looking for good forests to provide you with, but that's simply just a base where you can put your forests in, and then you have a nice forest plate.
Yeah, so like a natural forest with natural trees.
Yeah.
So we're trying to source some proper ones so we can provide you like a full packet. So you can buy the standardized base with trees included in the package, so you have everything in one like purchase, which is really nice.
So we're just gonna do the rest of the prototypes later. I'm just gonna look at Daniel, what he thinks of it. Do you think it has a good place on the new 9th edition tables?
Well, I think that forests are required on each table from now on. I think at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me? Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Why do you think 2 would be enough, or do you think?
I think if you have 2 forests, 2 craters, a couple of ruins, like at least 4, I would think, then maybe 2 line of sight blockers, you're at 10 terrain pieces already.
Yep.
And you will end up something between 10 to 15 terrain pieces. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
So you can like swap in an extra forest or swap in an extra crater, an extra ruin, and just vary the tables a little bit so that they are not super symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
Because picking sides should be more important, and with the alternating deployment right now we have in 9th, terrain is even more important.
Yeah, and it's what we notice is that it's very hard to get your tables the way that you can not have objectives on the terrain. So with forests, it's kind of easy to skip around a little bit, and when there's there's more easily turnable with less effect on the game than a ruin. If you would turn around a complete ruin, you have a big change in the table. While if you turn around a forest so that you're not within, like the objective is not in the terrain, that's not going to be a big problem. So yeah, we really see where you're coming from. So
yeah, well, actually, you're not allowed to put objectives into the terrain.
Yeah, so that's why if you have a ruin, it has a lot of impact to move a ruin, while it has less impact to move or turn a forest, because it's still, you won't lose any line of sight because forests are quite open, so you usually keep your line of sight. but the objective is still placeable. So that's going to be easier to have like a universal terrain, tabled terrain, to still make sure that you can have all the missions on one standardized terrain set, because that's going to be hard.
Well, fixed terrain.
Yeah.
Because fixed terrain is good, but with the different placement of all the objectives and all different missions, it's very hard to make one universal layout. So that's something that CJ is breaking his head over.
Well, we have a couple coming up next week.
Yeah.
That will include all this new stuff.
Yeah. So we also remade our obelisks. These are actually closed now, so you can. We had like the obelisks that were a bit higher. These were not ideal, so CJ actually remade them, and they're currently like a solid like cylinder, or I don't know what's it called. What's a rectangle or whatever. It's very sturdy, and it looks very Necron-y, right?
Yeah.
So.
And you can play that as an obstacle. You can apply the dense rule.
Yeah.
So if you're within 3 inches and obscured by it, like part of your base, you have the -1.
Yeah.
So it's like all those like smaller pieces became a lot more interesting.
Could you give me that one? So the big one, yeah. So then,
there's a foot under that.
yeah, there's a and last but not least is the next Necron set. It's going to be the ruined Necron set. As you can see, it's perfectly usable for like you can see me. There's holes in it. They're considered ruins, so you still have to think about movement instead of putting everything in a corner, and it will be safe for the rest of the game. And it's built same as our ruins in a box. You can actually put multiple on top of each other, so it's a set of 3. And we give you we'll give you a floor for it. But it actually is like, let's see, it's actually going to be like this. But you can keep them, the floors, you can keep them loose to make sure that you can still fit them in a box. So in the end, if you finish them all and you keep the floors out, you can do this. Like, yeah, these are three pieces of terrain, and you can slide them into each other like this. And this way you'll have
a full table.
You have a full table in even a smaller box than we had before. I think
it's quite close.
Yeah. So it's going to be the same terrain in a box principle again. Meaning that we'll have around 4 different, no more. We have about 5 standardized tables at our. Will we have them at the No Surrender already? Or we have 3, right?
We'll have 3 at the No Surrender, and then the other ones are.
And the Super Mage is going to be like the top 40 or 50 tables is going to be 4 or 5 different pieces, different tables, which are all going to be standardized. So I think that.
So it's not one layout, which certain other events do. We're actually going to make sure that there is some variation.
Yeah.
Like Daniel said, we totally agree that you need some variation. Also, not to make sure it doesn't get stale, right?
Yeah. So that's why we have we were thinking about, okay, we want to do a different standardized terrain, like a terrain in a boxy day idea, but we didn't want to do a ruin again or a normal ruin again. So okay, let's go Xenos and Necrons. I mean, 9th edition Necrons. That was an easy pick for us.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Daniel, when you look at those new pieces of terrain?
Well, the CJ did an awesome job on the new ruins, the Necron ones. I really like them. I saw the sketches in the Discord before, and I was assuming that they are stackable to make them easy to transport, because logistic is a big point for the terrain for every TO.
Yep.
And I really love them. I can't wait to get my hands on them.
Yeah. So you will be there at No Surrender, or will you be at the Hanseatic Open?
No, I'm at the Hanseatic Alliance Open.
Oh, then they're probably going to be.
They'll probably for sale even. So yeah. So
should be good.
Should be good, and we have a lot of other stuff in the making. Also for our super major, I already told you we had a mascot for the Rave Guard, right? So there's gonna be some merchandise next to that, of course, because you cannot have such an awesome mascot and not give them.
Put him on everything.
Yeah, just put it on everything. So just know that there's gonna be a lot more.
Yeah.
I actually have about 8% left now for my battery.
So you have time to talk.
So, well, it could. My computer usually shuts down at around 5, so it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, you're doing this on purpose, just to keep the session short.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe.
maybe. So, Daniel, is there something else you wanted to ask next to us, like organizing a team event?
Any shout outs you want
Any
to give?
shout outs to the next Team Firebug, maybe to someone else?
Well, if I have the chance to do that, I give a big shout out to our guy in Hong Kong, because he couldn't be here. It's always awesome chatting with him, talking to him. I think everybody's known who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
He's part
the
of
big
the
D,
Alliance
the big
Open
D.
family.
Yeah, the big D. Yeah.
The big D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll actually have him on
Hong
next
Kong.
week. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, besides that,
he's in his third
just
lockdown.
Shout out to everybody who's in the Discord channel. It was super fun playing in the TTS tournament with you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm really appreciating being part of the community in the Discord channel, because it's super friendly. We're like a small family. Even when we showed up at the terrain day when we visited Rotterdam, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun hanging out with you guys, even if there's a couple of kilometers between us.
Well, thank you very much. Let's hope that we talk again soon in the future. I think they'll maybe next time when you win again, or you like. Okay, so let us know what you want to have as
yeah, I do
for before next week, so we can do another painting competition. And this time we had 4 participants. Let's make sure that we kind of double it. I think that's a dare for our community. Let's double it, and I promise that I will be part of it as well.
Oh shit!
And that's
on camera.
And that's a big promise. That's a very big promise.
Yeah, I make sure that I drag a couple of Firebugs into the Discord channel, and they will probably participate.
Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye, Daniel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So there's going to be a small commercial break, and then after that we'll have our outro or something. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I think this was a very good talk with Daniel about communities, about everything that I think that the tabletop community is a small family with a lot of enthusiastic things about their hobbies, with a lot of stuff. I want to say thank you for watching. Check out everything, all our social media. As you can see, we have Twitch, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have a Patreon, we have YouTube. Please subscribe to everything so we can be a happy community. And I will show you some more trees just to be happy, so that you know that's what's going to come your way. And we'll post our mascot on our Facebook sooner rather than later, so that my promise to show it to you guys will not be in vain. Thank you very much. See you next week. Danny is going to be on. It's not going to be live. We're going to do a talk about COVID-19. What's going to be the thing with us, how we're going to manage it, what do we think that events is going to be like in the future. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next week. And stay frosty, right? See ya!